Hello and welcome to Monday Mindfulness. Today's practice is very, very simple, and it's one that I love to use as a base practice combined with other practices. And today we're going to have a bit of an experience of just opening up and noticing what's happening in the body. Is there any resistance, either emotionally or physically? Is there any tension being held? What am I carrying? And can I just be? So what is it like to feel just being here without the need to change, do, move, anything? And the other side of that is, as we may not experience that, what is it that's holding us back from that state? What is it that we're resisting, that we're holding tension with? So it's a really dynamic one. As usual, there's no right or wrong way to practice these things, and generally, um, I I I don't try to share many techniques that are about, okay, sit and be silent and still. Um, I do that from time to time, but usually I try to make it more dynamic, and those sit and be silent ones, I like to do things like thought watching and that to achieve that state, or other types of dynamic active meditation that can achieve that stillness. But today we're going to use the search for stillness and that engagement with stillness to maybe provoke some resistance. So sometimes we'll go straight into stillness, and that's fine. That's a perfect part of this practice. That's one side of the coin of this practice. The other side is any resistance and tension that comes up based on that dive into stillness. And we're going to use some breath work to just ease ourselves into presence, and then we're going to just let go of needing to do anything. And as we let go of needing to do anything, if we just dive into that and it flows for us, perfect. If it doesn't, let's be really aware of what is causing the resistance, what's holding us back from being at peace. And just feeling that. We don't need to intellectualize it and detach from it and make a story about it. We're just going to feel that feeling of resistance, and just allowing that to be experienced, allowing that to be met and accepted, and just allowing ourselves to stay with that a few seconds longer than we usually would. I find that very powerful when I can just experience an emotion that I would have otherwise run away from. And it's amazing what those emotions reveal to me once I can sit with them for a bit. So there's no need to force anything. There's no expected outcomes here. We'll just breathe for a bit. We'll allow ourselves to be at peace, and then we'll see if some resistance comes up. We can just witness that. And then when we feel like we've really embraced it and experienced it fully, we might see how we go about letting go and opening again to just being. And then seeing that that often becomes a cycle. I know for me, I might just be completely still for a bit, and then, like a wave in the ocean, some thoughts or emotions or experiences in the body will take my focus, and then I'll work with that, come back to stillness, and and have these cycles. Sometimes it's often, sometimes it's rare, but it's all the perfect process for this moment. So our meditation practice is that simple, just flowing with the experience of being still after we've done some breath work, and then seeing if any resistance comes up, staying with that, coming back to the stillness as needed. So we'll be doing this largely in our own time. I'll guide you through some initial breath work, and then we'll go and dive into the stillness. So take a deep breath, get yourself comfortable, make any adjustments you need to so that you'll be able to sit for at least the next 10 minutes, sitting however you're comfortable. Taking a few deep breaths. And now what we're going to do is on the next inhale, we're going to do our best to slowly, with focus, breathe in through our left nostril. And then we're going to completely let go. No need to control anything on the exhale. And then on the next inhale, doing your best to presently breathe as best you can through the right nostril. And then letting go on the exhale. Breathing in through the left. Completely surrendering the exhale. With focus and presence, breathing in through the right. Completely surrendering on the exhale. Continuing that breath in your own time. Present with the inhale. Letting go of any focus with the exhale. Staying with it, gently focused on the inhale. Letting go of the exhale. Slow enough that you can keep the focus of every detail of the inhale. And with the next exhale, just completely letting go of both parts of the breath, allowing the body to breathe naturally, allowing the shoulders and hips to relax, allowing you to be so slow moving that you don't need to do anything. No need to think, move, or change anything. If you experience stillness, float in that. If you experience resistance, open to that. Either way, allowing each movement, each moment to be as it is. If you're floating in stillness, allow that to be. If there's resistance or distraction from the stillness, just witnessing that. No rush to anything. being gentle with ourselves, either floating in stillness or witnessing the urge to move, the resistance to stillness. Now, slowly bringing your awareness into the head and face, noticing how still, how resistant, how mobile that area is. Without moving the body, just noticing the experiences, still, mobile, relaxed, or resistant. Taking a few breaths here. Bringing your awareness to the shoulders, arms, and hands. Noticing if they're relaxed, holding tension, still, or is there movement in there? Bringing the awareness down to the chest and stomach, the lower back as well. Breathing, relaxing, being sensitive. Noticing the hips and legs, noticing if there's relaxation, tension, stillness, motion, all the way from the hips to the feet. And now just taking a deep breath in, opening up your awareness to the whole body. Notice your general level of comfort with this sitting state. Notice how comfortable you are with stillness. Breathing into it. Notice the level of comfort, level of peace in the entire body as a whole. Noticing the details, the overarching sensations, the experience of sitting in this state. Notice if there's any urge to change, allowing that urge to speak to you if it is speaking. Noticing if you can breathe and find peace, centeredness, surrender. Allowing the moment to pass without needing to interfere. Staying with it, slowly coming to long, deep breaths. Rolling the shoulders back with each breath in. Slowly starting to stretch the feet and the hands. Very slowly and gently, just bringing your body into any stretch that it needs. Really listening to the body, allowing those stretches to come through naturally. Gently, gently, gently. Taking in a deep breath, noticing the details in the body, the skin, contact with the seat. And on the next inhale, slowly opening up the eyes, taking in the detail of vision, staying open to the rest of the experience in the body as well. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this mindfulness session, this awareness, relaxation, tension session. Please, if you want to share any feedback or if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments box. And I really appreciate you joining us for this, and I hope you have a wonderful week. One thing, I do recommend that you take this practice, this awareness that we've built, this stillness and centeredness and resistance practice, and just notice how it feels to take that into your life and slow down enough to walk out of this practice into your regular life and keep that level of sensitivity and awareness. It's interesting the way, even if we do this meditation at the end of a long day, it's interesting to be able to notice areas where we consistently hold resistance and really honoring those and letting ourselves have a more relaxed state. So it can be a real eye opener and a real great way to have a long-term stress relief and long-term peacefulness. So yeah, I encourage you to slow down enough to let this practice flow into your day. Thank you very much. Ciao.